Hey there, we are back. How y'all doing? Well, hopefully you've been running it like we have. Yes, it's been an interesting day. Okay. Couple of days. Just getting back from vacation, trying to, get back into the swing of things.
I haven't had no vacation.
Shit, well, you were away though.
For work?
I know, but
it wasn't enjoyable. I didn't do anything fun. I mean, I went to dinner one time.
Okay, I did do some fun, but I was tired. Just trying to get back into the swing of things. Tired.
Okay.
I took 2 COVID tests. Negative. I always think, everybody should take COVID tests when you're traveling, when you come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I've taken 2 since I've been back, spaced apart, so I'm good. So you're safe. Are you safe? Did you take one?
I did not.
But did you take one?
I didn't.
Well, shit, I don't know if I'm safe.
I know you don't. Because, that's all I was doing was swabbing.
Oh, Lord. And you ain't swab yourself? What kind of shit is that?
I'm good to go. I'm good.
Pray for me, y'all. Okay, so before we get into today's topic, we are going to find out what we're drinking today.
Yes, what are we drinking today?
It's an appropriate title, I would say. So it's 19 Crimes, right? Cali Rosé. From, I don't know.
Snoop Dogg, right?
I mean, yes, Snoop Dogg is the face of this one, the Cali Rosé. But 19 Crimes is the brand. So, 19 Crimes has like a lot of different faces and names.
Oh, okay. So this is not Snoop Dogg because it has a name on it.
It does, but this is his flavor.
Okay, so this is his flavor one.
Right.
Okay.
But 19 Crimes
has multiple.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Got it. Yes. So we're gonna try this one. I like the red. The 19 Crimes red.
Yeah, I think we tried that the other day.
Right. We tried that on another one, but
it wasn't that good to me. But I think that was the day we had a special guest, Dina, and she didn't like it that much either.
Oh shit! I can't get it open.
Oh goodness! Hopefully we can get it.
Oh my goodness! You can't get it open either. Oh no, guys! We can't get it open.
Wait. I went to put my shirt around it. Let me see. Gotta do the old school. Oh, here we go.
See, I much rather prefer the cork. I don't have this problem with the cork. This was a workout. That was crazy. All right.
It must be good when he has to go through all that.
Yeah, I hope it's good after all of that.
Oh, I can smell it. Cheers.
Oh, yes. It's rosé, all right. It smells like a rosé. It's a little sweet. But then it's got like a kick at the end. She's gonna be drunk before she tell you what she thinks.
No, because I'm trying to determine.
It tastes like a rosé. It's on the sweet end.
I don't know.
It's a little thick.
Like, to me, it's like a water with a splash of wine in it.
Oh shit!
What?
Dang, you saying this is watered down? Well, it wasn't opened.
No, but because like when you're first drinking it.
Oh my goodness, you think it tastes watered down? I think it's a little thick. Like I want it to be a little thinner. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like layering my tongue.
Really?
It does.
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
unfortunately,
I like the red.
Favorite.
I like the red one.
This is not my favorite. I'm not like it. Really doesn't have as much flavor to me, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I was like, it's like water with a splash of wine, because I don't taste like a flavor.
Yes, I mean, yeah, it's just a rosé. It's like that tang at the end.
Yeah, but
You know,
I don't know. To me, it's
just
like
the tang.
I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be my choice if I had to choose.
Nope. But the 19 crimes, right? Piece of it is relevant for today's topic, which is Roe versus Wade, right?
Yes.
Today,
They overturned
they
it.
overturned it. And what we saw was it's about 26 states, right, that are likely to accept it and enforce it. And all these different states can pick their different forms of punishment for it. So do we even know any? I don't think we know any of that part yet, do we?
About the form of punishment?
Mm-hmm. Like if you break the law,
they'll probably put you in jail.
Well, let's back up. So Roe versus Wade is a law that says, or that used to give women rights to have an abortion or not.
And it was originally developed based on a woman. They called her Jane Roe or Jane Doe or something like that. I don't know. But this woman claimed that she was raped, and so she wanted to get an abortion. I think she got one illegally at the time. And so they used her case to bring it to the courts to fight for her right to get it based on the fact that she was raped. However, she was not raped. Come to find out, after all that, I don't know if they knew this during the time of the court trial, but during the court trial, they ended up winning. That's why we have Roe versus Wade. After they won, then she doubled down and said she didn't believe in abortion.
Although she did.
Yeah. So I think a lot of it was the back and forth for her was the money. At the time she was getting money for being on the women's rights side. Mm-hmm. Then that kind of died down after they won the case. So then she got hooked in from the other side, and they kind of gave her money. And then so she said she no longer believed in it.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't really a belief. It was
just the money.
It was a job.
Yeah, it was a job basically.
Which job am I going
to? And either way, she started out on false accusations in the beginning. So, but nobody knew that at the time.
Drink this shit.
Nobody knew it at the time. Mm-hmm. There's a great documentary on her life in regards to how Roe versus Wade came about, her story, and her all the way through her elderly age and what she thinks now about it. So if anybody ever wants to find out more about the backstory of Roe versus Wade, it's a good documentary. But so that's how it began. So for all these years since then, women have had the right to choose whether or not they get an abortion. And part of it was because they took into consideration that there are cases where women are raped.
And then they conceive unwillingly, or just...
Because even children, get raped and then they have babies, like 13, 14, yeah. So now, as of today, they're saying that that's overturned. So each state has the right to decide which way they're going to go. And so far, I think it's 26. And then I guess they were saying some craziness about even if you pass through a state.
Right, it was Missouri.
And you're pregnant.
They said, then
you go back to wherever you came from. And even if it's legal there, then you could be punishable.
That's crazy.
So, but either way, I think all of it is to scare people. That part of it,
Oh, okay.
I think that's to scare people to prevent people from even coming there, right? But the fact that it's overturned and there are states now who will make it punishable if you do get an abortion is some serious stuff. Because back in the day when it was illegal,
but people were doing it on their kitchen tables by any means necessary.
People were getting infections. They were dying.
I would say some women didn't. I mean, people are going to do what they want to do regardless of what the law says.
Yeah,
We
you're
already
gonna find a
know
way to
that
do
to
what
be
you wanna
true.
do.
Right, we already know that to be true, right? I mean, you know, cocaine is illegal, but,
Yeah.
you know, there are people out here selling it every day. So, you know, we you know that.
And then what it really hinders is those who are not as wealthy, right?
Mhm.
Because those who are wealthy have the means to drive
To
cross
travel.
country to go where they need to go, like they did years before, right? Because years before, you would send your child away to a little pregnancy house, they would have the baby, they would come back, and everything was fine,
like nothing happened.
So that's going to be the same thing now.
Mhm.
You know, people are going to, you know, either send their child away to have an abortion, they're going to come back.
People will find a way.
Yeah.
They always do. People do what they want to do. You cannot.
But those who are less fortunate will have other means that are not as beneficial to their health, and they may die.
Of course. Listen, I can't even believe that they are like this. I feel shell shocked. You know, first I was shocked when Trump got into office. I was shocked, totally shocked, because honestly, I saw him as a TV figure, right? Like,
he's not the first TV figure that he's in office, though.
He's not, because it was Reagan. But I didn't live to see that, right?
Okay. Because I didn't say she's young.
I mean, I didn't live to see his acting career.
Oh, his acting career. Okay.
And then see him turn into a president. Okay. I didn't see that, right? Okay. But for Trump, I did. I saw him on TV as an actor, right?
Not an actor, but
I mean, it's all
whatever
fake.
he was.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
It's all fake.
Okay.
It's all scripts, right? So, as an actor, I'm sure he hasn't shown his resume. I bet you think this shit. But then turn president, outside of all of the other nonsense, that in itself, I was shocked. I just couldn't believe that many people would take an actor that serious to be a United States president.
Or do
I mean, to vote him in, I'm just saying, like, I don't understand that part.
Yeah, I don't know if
Outside
they
of
took serious or the fact that they just didn't want the other option. I think that's more
That's
what
a
it was.
fucking extreme. That's extreme.
But I think that's what it was. They didn't want the other option. So
it was a female, so it was either an actor or female.
Yeah,
right?
So because they didn't want the other option, that's what they chose.
Wow. Well, fast forward to now, look at how they're treating the females. They're taking our rights away. I mean, straight up, they're taking our rights away. That's insane.
To your body.
To the United States.
Are they next going to take away?
This is God made.
Are they going to take away your right to be on birth control?
Exactly. Is that next? Isn't that a part of it?
That's part of it. Yes. People who believe that you should not have an abortion also usually don't believe in birth control. Right?
Right.
Because I think that's what is the religion? Michael Jackson's family was.
Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah, Jehovah's Witness. I don't believe they believed in birth control, and that was one of the
Catholics don't either.
That was one of the reasons why
Catholics don't either. I'm
Michael
Catholic.
Jackson's mother had so many children.
I'm Catholic, and Catholics don't either. But what the Catholic Church preaches to you is to do NFP, natural family planning. So they don't believe in you putting anything in your body, but they believe in practicing natural family planning. Where you take your temperature every morning and figure out when you ovulate, and then you don't have intercourse for that period of time.
Now, how many
which is
Catholics
about 5 days.
really doing that?
I'm just saying what the church teaches.
Okay.
That's what they teach. So they don't say that they're against birth control as a substance, but not as a natural family practice.
Okay.
So, I was just saying that.
Actually doing it,
I actually did it. I did it. I didn't say I lived it. I just said I did it. I did it, and it works.
Okay.
You do have to be meticulous in the beginning, but then you learn. Your body is like,
okay.
Well, my body was a well-oiled machine, so it did take me a couple of months to get what that rhythm was, but once I got it. I did do it. I did not. I am a woman of birth control, right? I have an IUD in right now. And so I can't imagine not having the option of getting that or not. Like I can't imagine that. Like, that's crazy. That was a decision that my husband and I made, together. And the fact that that decision can be taken away from us is insane.
And so then now you're going to have the risk of overpopulation or the risk of increased child abandonment or increased
child abuse.
I
mean, people
foster children.
Yes, Jesus.
Yeah, because you're going to have people who end up having children that they really didn't want. They're going to abandon them. I mean, because remember back in the day, now I don't even know when Brenda had a baby, that was not birth control, but abortion was legal then, right?
Yeah.
Tupac's Brenda had a baby.
Yeah.
But yet Brenda still left the baby in the trash can or something, right?
Because she was too young to even know. She didn't know she was pregnant. Remember?
Yeah, she was too young, and then when she
realized
that she had the baby, she didn't know what to do with him, so she left him in like the trash can or something. And that happens a lot. That was a true story. Number one.
Yeah.
That was a true story.
Yes.
Tupac made the song Brenda Has Got a Baby, and it was based off a news article he saw. It was a true story. And
Tupac was amazing.
Yeah.
He was amazing. Okay.
Would have been my husband, but unfortunately it didn't work out.
I like him as an artist.
Okay.
He's all right.
Okay.
He couldn't get it.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
But I do love him.
But anyway, we digress.
She's saying he can get it. Because I would.
I said, I'm going to be my husband.
Right. That's right.
But I had to be famous too in order for me to be his wife. But anyway. So, but he wrote that song based on a news article that he read that was a true story about a cousin who abused their cousin and ended up getting her pregnant, and she had the baby, didn't know what to do, and she left the baby. And that doesn't just happen in the black neighborhoods.
No.
We had many cases where white or Caucasian young teenagers go to school every day. They hide their pregnancy with the baggy sweats and clothes, and they leave their baby after they have them in the trash can.
Or their parents know, and they ship them off.
Yeah.
And then, do what they do, and then they come back.
Yeah, they went on vacation.
As
they went to
they're going to stay with an aunt or something.
Yeah, they're going to be gone
and then they come back as if nothing happened. Yeah. Not to say other cultures don't do it. I don't know how many cultures do it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I have a problem with regression. You know what I'm saying? Like, where, that Roe versus Wade was progression. And now here we are, regressing back. Like, what is happening?
I wonder what it was that made them think that now is the time to go back. Like, was it because more information? Because the documentary about the history of Roe versus Wade came out, I believe, last year or the year before. Mm-hmm. So did that have an impact? Like, because they saw that this was all based on a bogus claim that the lady wasn't really raped, did that have an impact? Like, what made them think that after all these years, now it's time to go backwards?
Well, remember that special I sent to y'all. It was this, like, CNN special, and they were talking about the population dropping, remember? And I was like, it's freaking me out. See, I sent it to her, and I sent it to my sister, and they wrote me off. And I said, it's freaking me out because it's giving me Handmaid's Tale vibes. Now, for those of y'all that watch the Handmaid's Tale, right? Is it called Handmaid's Tale? Handmaid's Tales?
I don't know if it's Tales, but maybe Handmaid?
Handmaid's Tales, like, the story of the Handmaid. I don't know. But this is giving me those vibes. I mean, really.
Okay.
Really, because that's how it started in the Handmaid's Tale, was taking away the women's rights.
That's true.
And then it just escalated and progressed to a point where they didn't even have rights to their own money.
That's true.
So remember, it started with Roe versus Wade. Because remember, that's when the girl who lost her eye.
Need to go to Canada?
Bitch, I'm telling you, this shit is giving me Handmaid's Tale vibes. Y'all keep brushing this shit off, and I keep saying, like, wait a minute.
That is true.
Because I sent her, like, her, for real, like, it was a CNN report about the population decreasing, and they were blaming women being career driven and having children later, which decreased the number of children being procreated.
Well,
right?
that's true.
That's
Because
what the
if you think
study
about
said.
it, back in the day when women were not working,
Yeah,
they
you
were
were
having like
barefoot and
15
pregnant.
kids.
You were barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen.
Yes. So you were
Absolutely. You were pregnant a lot.
Yeah. You were multiplying
Right.
quite quicker.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you did not dictate the number of children.
Yeah.
You did not. Like now, we do. We dictate the number of children.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, we're shutting it down, and then we pray to Jesus that.
Well, I mean, so which would you prefer? Would you prefer not to be working and be home pregnant, or prefer to be working but then still have to take care of the kids and do everything?
I prefer to have the right to do what I want to do.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So not someone telling me what I can do with my personal
Mm-hmm.
life. Now, if it's affecting others, I get it. Like, I understand laws being made against, like, you know, gun violence and not being able to take, you know, firearms into public places.
Okay.
You know, things like that. I get that, right? I understand the laws against drugs.
Okay.
Right? Because it destroys people,
Mm-hmm.
it destroys families, right? In all sense of the word, whether
Mm-hmm.
you're doing it or selling it, right? Both ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But to tell me what I can do with my body is different. It's crossing a line.
Mm-hmm.
It's crossing the line. It just is.
Well, just to play devil's advocate, and I am definitely pro-choice.
She's like, this is.
I'm
She's
pro-choice.
like, she gonna put quotes up. Like,
But just to play devil's advocate,
Yeah.
when you say that you agree with drugs or alcohol, not until you're 18 or something like that, or I don't know, or 21, right? Alcohol not until
Yeah,
you're
you
21.
forget.
You
It's
know.
21. I mean, you know.
So, but that is still telling you what to do with your body, because it's saying that you can't put this in your body until you're 21.
There are dangers behind that to harm others. I mean, you know, you give a 12-year-old a beer, they're, you know, and they're drunk,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, 12-year-olds don't think.
Mm-hmm.
They just do. So can you imagine a drunk 12-year-old?
No, and this is the thing. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying that I want a 12-year-old to be drunk, but I'm just saying this is the stuff that they come back at when they say, well, you're telling me that I shouldn't tell you what to do with your body, and you don't agree with that, but yet you agree with the fact that I'm telling you can't have drugs, you can't put drugs in your body, you can't put alcohol in your body, you can't do this and that, and you agree with that, but you don't agree with this.
We're talking about a whole human being.
Yeah.
I feel like
That you have to take care of
they
for
do.
at least 18 years.
Exactly. So, like, it's not like they're countering this with, like, another option.
Mm-hmm.
So they're giving you no option.
Well, this is the thing. They
the
try
problem.
to say that they do give you an option.
What's
Because
the option?
the option is they try to say that they will allow you to put the child up for adoption. Which, in many cases, number one, you get too attached by that point if you're the pregnant woman. And number two, at the end of the pregnancy and birth and delivery, then the adoption is no longer on the table.
When was that not an option, though? That's always been an
Well,
option.
what I'm saying is usually if you've ever seen, because I watch a lot of documentaries, y'all. If you've ever seen the documentaries in regards to abortion rights and stuff like that, a lot of the women and the men who stand out and they do the protesting in front of the clinics, they say, oh, don't do this. If you really can't take care of them, we'll help you. We'll put them
But they're
up.
not.
But I know, that's the whole point. They trick you to think that they're going to help you until you get to a certain stage where you can't have an abortion anymore, and then you're stuck.
Listen, CFSA, which is Child and Family Services, right? So those are the people, Child Protective Services, right? Those are the people that if you abuse your child, they come in your house and take your child, right? So they are already struggling with placements of the children that they have.
I know that.
We don't have, you know how Annie, they had a whole orphanage, a building. We don't have that.
Well, the other thing is, nowadays, when people...
And those are like jails. What the fuck?
The other thing is, nowadays, when people
This is crazy.
are looking to adopt, they're going overseas. Which is
They
even
are.
crazier. They're not even
They
looking
are.
for
American
children that are in their own
they
country.
Are. A lot of them do go
And
overseas.
part of it is because
It's easier.
it's easier,
The
but
process is
also
easier.
they don't want to have the baggage that might come with the child if the child might have been on drugs or, you know.
They still might get that from overseas.
They might, but
I don't know what you get.
But
I mean,
but at the same
never know
time,
what you get. No matter what
yeah.
you get.
At the same time, it seems like more and more, especially like the famous people, they go overseas to get their children.
They do.
you know. And so it's like, you know, we have such a large pool of kids
Right,
that are
that
up for
are
adoption.
already, right.
Yeah, we have Wednesday's Child. We have all these different organizations where they're trying to get placement, and the kids end up through foster care through the age of 18, and then they get dumped out on the street, put $20 to their name, and told to go do something. Right.
And a lot of those foster homes, I mean, guys, you know, I'm a therapist. I hear like the worst stories.
Yeah, I mean, it's awful.
Ever. And
Yeah,
I'm not
'cause
saying all of them are like that, but
Yeah, most.
it's a lot, too many
Yeah,
of them like that.
but
It's giving me Handmaid's Tale vibes. But so I think I'm good. I mean, you know, if this happens, you know.
well,
Do you
the
think?
thing is, if it did happen, we're still of age where we could procreate. And if we're not, then that means we would be a Martha.
Like a maid?
Yeah.
I'd rather be the maid than a handmaid's tale. I mean, a handmaid. I'd rather be a maid than a handmaid. No joke. I do not want to get raped every month. I don't. Like that, yo. If you haven't seen it, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's one of those, like, oh, I can't believe this would happen. And then, like, these things that are coming up are very similar or not, or some identical.
Yeah.
Because this is where it started.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, seriously, like, women were not allowed to read. She got her finger cut off for reading. Like, seriously. And they fled to Canada for freedom. Because it was America. These 26 states. If one of y'all decide to name your state Gilead, I'm the fuck out of here.
We'll see what happens with this. I mean, I wonder how long it'll last. I'm sure there'll be a lot of protests and things to come based on this.
I'm uneasy. I'm uneasy and I'm scared for my daughter.
Yeah,
I have a daughter.
Yeah.
I have a son and a daughter. And, you know, I'm already scared for my son because he's a black boy, right? And so now I'm fucking terrified for my daughter. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Fuck. Cheers.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
really? You keep hitting me? Thanks.
I just really want to know that what was it that made them like
Say yes?
what made them
just
say yes? Because of there being higher numbers of conservatives versus the liberals on the panel, or was it really something?
Be a nice human. Y'all are being nice.
Was it really something that they took into consideration and were like, oh, but what about this? Like, was there some scientific thing that came up? Like, what was it that made them change their mind? Now, of course, this group is totally different from the group who originally, you know, approved it. But I'm just trying to figure out what
made them say yes?
Yeah.
Overturn it. Take their rights away.
And we
What made
knew
them
it was
say
coming
yes?
because it was leaked. That
It
was
was
coming.
leaked,
Yeah.
but I was hopeful that it wasn't.
Yeah, hopeful that it was like
You know,
a mistake
and that's
or
why I
something.
keep right. I mean, that's why I keep
Yeah.
saying like I feel like I'm shell shocked because I don't understand
Yeah.
it. I really don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah. When I told her, she was like, "No, it wasn't."
Right, I was like,
No,
sure.
I said,
No,
"Yes,
it
it
didn't."
was. It was.
That's the same. But no, do you know that's my same response when they told me that Trump
Yeah.
was in office? I was like, wait, what? No. Mm-mm. That's no.
Yeah.
Not many people would not vote for him. That was the first thing I said. No, not many people would not do that. Who would do that? That was my first response. And now today you tell me this, and I'm like, wait, what? Because I heard the rumblings, I heard the rumors, I saw it on Instagram. You know, you see it.
Yeah, you see the
I
protests.
just
They were
chose
fighting.
to not believe it,
Yeah.
like the other women do. I'm not believing it.
Well, see, you should have been out there with your picket.
I mean, I didn't think that people would really do this. This is crazy. It's crazy. I don't have anything else to say besides it's crazy. And as a therapist, we're not allowed to say the C word, but fuck that. I'm saying it today. It's crazy.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not. I mean, that's crazy. Oh.
Well, you know, like I said, we'll see what happens. I just, you know, really hope that those who need support and help are in a place where they can get it safely, and we don't end up with a lot of, increased deaths based on, people trying to get abortions illegally and in unsafe places, So.
And I just pray for all the women that are in positions where they're not able to travel and not able to get the services that they need because of this. And my heart and prayer goes out to all of you guys because this is not right. It's wrong. It's 100% wrong.
So hopefully next show we'll have a more upbeat, uplifting conversation.
But we had to have this conversation. We had to have it because it's wrong.
And what's going on?
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's just wrong. And I don't care what you guys say. I'm sorry. Like, this is my opinion. This is how I feel. It makes me scared for my daughter, A. Marie. We ain't for it.
Oh, definitely pro-choice. I mean, if you can do all these other things with your body and you have an option to, I can change my body into a man or into whatever. I can, get cloned, all these other things. I'm serious. Then I should be allowed to have a baby if I choose or not. But this is the world we live in right now. So
until next time, hopefully no crazy shit happens like this again. I mean, really, I hope the 26 just stay at the fucking 26 and not, increase anymore. But unfortunately, I'm not hopeful for that shit.
So I'll be in Canada next time. Keep on running it, ladies.
Peace out.